Hi, my name is Adam Carruthers.
And I'm FourFourTwo, a certified personal trainer.
Coming very soon, we have a brand new show, 442 Performance, combining strengthening, latest technology, and the beautiful game of football.
That's 442 Performance, coming soon on Astro Supersport and Astro Supersport HD.
The toe poke. Something I was told never to do in school by my football coaches.
Yep, many of the experts say not to toe poke, but somehow a few legends of the game have turned it into an art form.
Now, good examples would be Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, but the king of it, the king of toe pokes, Romario.
So here's a drill that you can learn and practice with your friends to master the art of toe poking to get the ball in the back of the net.
This setup is done with mannequins, or again you could use live defenders. From this drill you will see that we put a number of mannequins in and around the 6-yard box at different intervals. We have a server, who is Matt Wells on this occasion, with 2 strikers going in to actually receive the ball. The idea of the session is to hit the mannequins and for the strikers to react off it. I generally want to look at trying to get a 1 or 2 touch finish, but preferably 1 touch. We call it the toe poke because sometimes the ball will drop and you'll only get enough time in which to poke your toe at it and get a stab at the ball. This for me is a real art of finishing and something that we need to practice more and more. Again, in terms of the technical element, it teaches the player to decision make what is the right decision. If you take too many touches, your chance is gone. If you snap at it, if you lash at it, your chance is gone. So we're looking at the finish, the type of finish, and how they execute that.
I'd now like to invite former Australian international who made his name playing here in Asia, Abbas Saad, talk about how toe poking played a part in his career and his style of play.
Well, during my career in the early 80s and 90s, toe poking wasn't popular, but the introduction of indoor football, that's when everybody pretty much started to use it and use it very, very well.
Okay, very obvious question now. Please give us a demo.
Yeah, sure. I mean, toe poking is mostly used probably 10 yards inside the box by strikers when in difficult situation, tight situation, the ball's at their feet, not much back lift, and just going through the ball, eye on the ball, head on top of it, and just whacking it straight through, and the ball will go exactly where you want it to go.
You make it look so easy. Thank you very much, Abbas.
Knee injuries are more common than you think.
Now, the worst part about this injury is you may not actually realize you've torn something. So, Faye, what did the doctor say about symptoms concerning this?
Well, according to health professionals, if you have swelling in or around your knee, then you may have a torn cartilage. Another symptom is, if you find it hard to bend or straighten your knee, then that's joint locking.
Ouch. Now, for more on torn cartilage rehab, we have this week's Injury Time with Bolton physio, Andy Mitchell.
A common injury footballers experience is when they have a tear in their cartilage. As they progress through their rehabilitation, it's vital they regain their full movement of the knee. This can be checked with 2 simple tests. Firstly, quadricep stretch puts the knee into full flexion or full bend, checking that there's no pain or limitation caused by the cartilage. Similarly, test number 2, just kneeling down on the knee, puts the knee into full flexion or full bend as you check that they've got no limitations in their cartilage. The best way to check the strength in the knee with some simple tests is some lateral hopping. This should be symptom free. The player should not have any limitations. They have a full stride out to the side and also no pain during the test. Similarly to this, also vertical jumping. This can be checked on a step, a box or a bench. If this is easy for the player, you can progress it in height or make them do them a little bit quicker just to test the knee and the cartilage a little bit more. The advanced step to this is adding twisting motions. This can be done by twisting while you jump onto the step. The player must be confident with all of these things, not experience any pain or limitation during testing. The next test and progression is probably checking some block tackling. This can be done using a gym ball, or also a football as well. This places a rotation stress on the knee, which must be checked to see if the cartilage is healed properly and is going to allow the player to return to playing. One other test that can be checked for cartilage in the knee is squatting. This places a stress on the cartilage and needs to be clear if the player is going to resume their playing or training with the team. The best way to check this is simply placing the feet roughly shoulder width apart as the player goes down into a full squat position. The player needs to be confident, needs to be pain-free and not have any apprehensions about completing this test. If they are perfect on all of these tests, then they are ready to resume training with the team or playing again on the grass.
We're Saints Town Academy and you're watching 442 Performance.
Beautiful football. In Spain, it's Barcelona. In South America, it's Brazil. And in England, everyone knows it's Arsenal.
True, Faye, but there are several very important differences that set aside Arsenal from the likes of Barcelona and another UK club like Swansea.
So let's get a perspective by Premier League technical skill instructor Alfred Galishkin.
It's this week's edition of Play Like featuring the Gunners.
This is passing exercise to improve accuracy and the speed of the pass. That means how hard the player is able to pass the ball. Definition of speed of pass: you hit the ball hard enough to bypass opponents, but soft enough for your teammate to receive it. Now this is a warm-up. Again, you can have groups, 2 groups against each other. You mess up, you're out. This practice, you only need 1 ball. I would say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, say 8 or 9 players in 1 group. You have short passing and long passing. Now, I believe, and in Curva Coaching we believe, that players need to master the short pass. You see all the great teams, Spain, Brazil, Barcelona, have the ability to play these 5 or 10 yard passes. And this is a classic practice, warm-up, that encourages players to play the short and slightly longer. When we say long pass, I'm talking about a 15-yard pass. So you're talking about 5, then 10, or 7, and then 15. So all you're doing is doubling the distance of the pass. But basically it's a short pass, and it's passing and moving. So all the coach is looking for is passing accurately, passing at the right speed, and movement to a ball at the right time. Coach's tips. Now this is a classic pass and move practice, and I do this every single week. It's a beautiful practice. When the players are probably not technically so gifted, you can do 2-touch, no problem. Player's tip. Now the player with the ball depends on the player without the ball. Now what should you do with the player without the ball? Well, you should speak, you should call. And it's not calling, it's calling at the right time, at the right place. That's what's important, not just the call. The right time, the right place.